What's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here. And we're back with some Ankor. As I like to say, Ankor. Still like to say, I don't know. With Oblivion here today. This is the, chapter 2? Chapter 3? I don't remember. This is chapter 3. Is this chapter 3? It's chapter 2. Chapter 3, yeah, no, it's chapter 3. Yeah, because it came after. See, it's confusing. It's confusing me. Because, you expect it's chapter 3. I was like, I skipped chapter 1 when I watched Prisoner. But no, they're going chapter 3, chapter 2, chapter 1. Chapter 1 hasn't dropped yet. I don't know. But I'm excited for it when it does. I want to check that bad boy out. But I love Prisoner so much. I wanted to get back to Ankor as fast as I could. With some of their new stuff, because that's what I heard is their new stuff, and I want to keep rolling with their new stuff. I might check out some of their old stuff eventually, but right now I'm just riding high off of this new stuff. I love it. So I am going to keep in mind, because I do have a habit of doing this. I like Prisoner a lot, like a lot. It's a really, really good song, and it blew me away the first time I heard it. However, unlike with Icon for Hire, I'm not gonna expect it to be the same or better than. I'm just gonna come at it with a fresh point of view and give it a fair, honest listening to, so I don't have a moment of disappointment. But with that being said, it's probably gonna be awesome. From little clips I've seen in the music video here and there, just like little thumbnails from different reaction channels and whatnot. It looks like it's gonna be a cool video. Black stuff all creaking up on her neck and stuff. I don't know. Looks exciting. I'm excited to get into it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's bring it down here. Ankor. Oblivion. Let's go.
Clouds and shadows have disappeared. A shining light draws away my fear. I wonder what the hell brought me here. I hear the wind whispering in me, sounds of voices that make me feel something so beautiful can be real. Can be real. But it feels wrong.
To be continued. Oh fuck! I was making attention. Oh, my bad. Almost dead again. Huh. Yeah, I caught a little glimpse of Prisoner in there at the end there. So I'm wondering now, in Prisoner, do we catch a glimpse, just a random glimpse of chapter 1? Because that'd be pretty cool if we did. I'm going to go back and watch that video and be like, I think it's going to be that. Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, I was a lot different. Well, not a lot different. It was different. Let's put it that way, because there's also a lot of similarities between the two. What was yeah, it seemed to go through. It seemed to go through the kind of the motion and whatnot. Like it had it had like only for a moment, but like it had the whisper in it. Had the spoken rap with some, and then there's occasional EDM, not EDM, electronic effects on her vocals and whatnot. Obviously with interjecting screaming there and like a very poppy chorus. It was like there's a lot of similarities for sure, but it was very different because Prisoner felt very rapid fire. It felt like it's constantly switching between different sections. This one kind of felt more mono throughout with just little interjections here and there. But I like the interjection of their different effects that they got in there. They have that metal. They also have a lot of pop elements in her voice, and they utilize that. But she also's got this pretty nice kind of rapping like flow, very rap spoken word like flow to her. They utilize that as well, and also her metal screams and everything. So it's nice to utilize it all. I just don't know if it should be like, if every song should be around like, oh, we gotta make sure that we have rap section here because they're gonna want that. I should whisper. They really like when I whisper. Oh, let's make sure we have a poppy section here. Every single song doesn't need to have the entirety of that. It can vary. That's all I'm saying. But that being said, very beautiful, very cool. I liked a lot of what I was hearing in there. The end. Oh, sorry. Just like the last time, the second time through that section, there's deep when it gets after it gets there's a deep hole in the ground. When there's a deep hole in my heart where my nightmares come alive. That section, but extended. That section was like kind of belting out and just all musically like not really triumphant, but like passionate and just belting. It had that whole outro as well. Yeah, very cool. I'm gonna have to look again around 150, 155. I don't know. I don't know. Jessie, I think I learned is her name. I don't know how low her vocals can get, but there was a very low vocal line in there that was harmonizing, and again, it had me stop and be like, "Is that one there male instrumentalist?" So now I gotta go check if it was that was her again or not, because it would be the first time I heard some very low tones in there that turned out to be her. So well, I have to see. And God, the meaning of this song has got to be crazy, because that end got crazy. there was so much. It's just like, what's real and what's not. Who was the person who woke up in the hospital? Because I didn't see them chapter 2 to my knowledge. It seemed like she tried to kill herself with alcohol and pills, and then after doing that, like a bunch of people like the other family she thought was there, or friends or whatever, disappeared. And then she was like all alone and scared. But then they came back, and then at the end, the person woke up in the hospital. So I assume maybe the suicide attempt did not work. Like, what? I don't know, man. It got crazy. But like, that just makes me think that there's such a crazy message, such a crazy deep message in this song. Um, just kind of want to look at these lyrics real fast. So the shining light draws away my fear. Nothing. So let's look at the chorus, the pre-chorus, chorus section here. Can't be real, lost in oblivion. The more I stare into the light, the less I see. Well, that definitely tends to be how it goes. With every step I take, the less I hear you sing. It should be right, but it feels wrong. If this is paradise, then tell me where do I belong? That's pretty deep bar right there. Where is the silence that used to hurt? The chains that tied me down to the ground. Everything is quiet, but I'm dividing inside a storm. Pain that tied me. Fly like a bird down to the ground. Fly like a worm. Oblivion. Yeah, there's some deep shit going on in these lyrics. I could feel, I could feel it. There's some deep shit going down in here. I don't know if these are all if these two are connected, because I really do think that Prisoner is about Alzheimer's, or at least mental health in general. But I think part of that includes Alzheimer's, but and or dementia. But I could be wrong about that. That's just my guess. I've tried looking up what it's about, and literally no one has said anything about it. No one's taking guesses on any random foreign or anything like. They don't seem to be that well known of a group, so not a lot of people. Yeah, 164,000 views, which 162, but which is a lot, especially for a month. That's a lot, but like compared to music videos, like usually it's like from not so well known, we're looking like around 500,000 for well known. We're looking at 500 million for like famous. We're looking at billions. So like for music video, like 100K, that ain't much. Yeah, that ain't much. So they're not super well known, so much so that like I didn't even try looking up lyrics for the first time. Was that the one? Yeah, I didn't even try looking up lyrics for them the first time, because I was like, I don't even know if there's gonna be any. So who knows if these follow the same storyline or whatnot. It'd be really, really cool if they did. The only the only reason I say that is just the verse. Second verse, I'll leave a trail in case my memory slips away. Bridge, I'm lost in my own mind between these lines. You know, I could see it being about the same thing, but I don't know whether that's just mental health in general, whether that be like depression or, you know, the suicidal darkness inside you, or be about dementia or something. I don't know. That's my guess. Anyways, let's get back into the song. I want to go back through it here and enjoy, because there's some epic awesomeness in here. So I'm going to reset the video and then we're going to get into it. Alright, I did the thing I said I was going to do, so let's get into it. What I got here at the beginning, soft and smooth with that electronic vocal effect I was mentioning. That's what I got. Let's see if we can find more than that. It's so soft and smooth, like right out the gate. Just that and almost angelic like vocal line there, with just the kind of smooth drum beat. Like I could see this in like a chill step mix or something. You know what I mean? Like just like nice soft groove going on here right out the gate.
Have disappeared, a shining.
Now this is similar. It's kind of similar to the vocal sound and effect, just at a lower tone, a lower note, than in Prisoner with the I never thought I'd be the one who needed a helping hand. The na 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 na. Yeah, just that has that kind of like hum to the sound. It's like you can tell there's some kind of electronic effect just layered on this vocal, which is a cool effect. I like that they use electronic effects in the song. I think it's a nice addition, a nice little electronic addition to their sound.
dark clouds and shadows after
When she sings, nah, it just has that kind of like buzz, that kind of like electronic effect on there.
disappeared. A shining light draws away my fear. I wonder what the hell brought me here. I hear the wind whispering to me, sounds of voices that make me feel something so beautiful can be real.
I like the nice little vocalization. No, vocalizations. The nice little embellishments she had. They're just got little playful notes in there and nice little fall off or rise on the end of phrases and whatnot. Nice little touches here. I also like some of that nice smooth bass that was going on in there. Just nice touches. Nice touches. I like this. And I think that's what we got. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so it can't be real. Yeah. On that repeat there, it can't be real when everything just pops off and she's like belting it already. Like 30, 40 seconds of the song, just da 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 da, just like boom, belting it out. That's fucking cool. And then everything just starts popping. I don't know what I said. Looks like it says coal or call. No idea. But then we get the rapping and the screaming and the whispering, like all over the rapid succession of itself. So let's back a little bit, get that burst and pop there, and let's let it keep going. And if I'm not mistaken, it sounded like she had a little bit of her scream at the start of that "Can't Be Real" line.
Something so beautiful can be real.
You can hear that coming through there right at the start of that line. Just back it up like 2 seconds here. Then it stops. That's cool. So it's interesting. You have this very heavy dun 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 kind of metal chords and riffs coming in from the guitars. Yeah, it still feels light and soft at the same time. They did a really good job at kind of putting that down in the mix, but still having the energy of those chords and the driving momentum of them, but have this nice softness electronica over the top of it with her beautiful vocals. It just kind of really softens up the hard metal edge of this song, which makes a nice blend between the two. I like that. Now we get into the rap here. I like it.
With every step I take, unless I hear you sing, it should be right, but it feels wrong.
And then her screams blending in with her rapping at the same time. Very nice.
With every step I take, unless I hear you sing, it should be right, but it feels wrong. If this is paradise, then so where do I belong? Where is the signs that used to have the chains that tie me down to the ground? Everything is cool.
So whatever is happening here, which it all seems like it's a medically induced, maybe even coma dream, or just a dream in general, where she's teleporting to all these different locations. You can actually see her character just being like, "Where the fuck am I now? Like, how did I get here?" Like, they seem very confused. It's interesting. There's an interesting effect going on here. I like that. Da, da, da. I like that. She did that once before, but I really like the interval pattern. Okay, here's the. Was this early? No, it's later. But I almost want to check it here. Let me hold on. Coming up here in a few seconds, around 120, says a scream stop. I think it starts like the end of the phrase of the line or whatever, starts screaming, and then just comes to abrupt, like either the vocal line or everything comes to an abrupt stop, and then I think she starts rapping again. Very cool. I want to hear those notes though. Hold on, let me really focus in here. Then dun dun dun, like it sounds like it could be her, it really doesn't sound like her timbre. So unless she's has a really unique lower register that just doesn't sound like her higher register does. I want to say it's another person. I feel like it's another person singing on that line, but I mean, I don't know. Could be her. Yeah, you never know. She seems very talented vocally, so I mean, it could be her. Yeah, scream comes in, everything stops. I mean, he is singing in the video. That's all I'm saying. I mean, she did even say in the song, "This is a dream," and just going through this dream sequence. That's clever. That's clever as a motherfucker right there. I like that. Nice harmony there. Her lower voice and that really high, airy voice in there. Very nice, thin, glassy voice there. I like that. That's a good harmony right there.
I feel like I'm trapped inside a dark and silent maze.
I really like the rhythm, not only of the riff that's going on underneath everything from these guitarists, but I really like her vocal rhythm here. It sounds like it's really catchy, it really gels well with the tone of the notes and everything. I know the game. I love when her singing bleeds into her screaming joins her singing. There's so many little instances in Prisoner where like you have her harmonize with herself and then you hear like very faint underneath it all just her screaming coming in for like 2 or 3 notes. Like it's just so cool. I love when she blends her screaming in to either bleeding into or blending it with everything that's going on. It's a very nice touch. Yeah, at that point, I remember seeing that picture. Here's where everything kind of explodes and just gets crazy with it. But so this is where I got a little started to get really confused with the video. Everything felt like it was making sense up to this point. It looks like she's kissing one of the bandmates. Is there a thing going on between her and one of the bandmates? I could see that, or did they just pose kissing for a photo or something, or was there a past relationship they had? Very interesting. And then she just got crazy. Wait, there's something going on here. I want to check these. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So the bridge that I read before, I'm lost in my own mind between these lines and words that I say to leave all behind. Then that voice in the background saying "you'll be okay," and she's repeating "I'll be okay." It repeats "you'll be okay, I'll be okay." Like it's like someone's trying to reassure her, and she's trying to reassure herself that she'll be okay, which is really really cool. I like that. So it looks like she's sad. Maybe she lost the guy in the photo that she was dating or something. But it looks like the guitarist to me. Maybe that's because he's holding the guitar and has that kind of shaved face with the short hair. But it looks like he's just fine. He's over by the lighthouse. Just go back to that lighthouse dream. You find him. I don't know why you're sad. But then it seems like, yeah, she's obviously holding the pills. Looks like she's about to overdose of the pill. And she's cheering in front of a bunch of what looks like family and friends and whatnot. And they about to disappear real fast. And then smoke or something. So Is that a throwing knife? That's sick. I can't see her other tattoo because it's like up here somewhere, but I like that tattoo. Yeah, it looks like she was smoking or some shit. Or they all like disappeared in smoke. It's like one of those two. Yep, smoke everywhere. Yes, I'm. Oh, it was a candle. Okay, candle went out. Got it, candle went out. Now everyone disappeared. I thought she was smoking. This was like an ashtray or something like that, so I was confused. Anyways, continue on. I am going to go back now that we've had a chance to explore that musically. Not musically. Visually. I want to look at the music because it looks like it's all kind of a slow build up to this end outro belting section. So I want to get that build here. Makes everything's come down so that I can build back up. Classic. And that's the sounds that was in the Prisoner as well. I like that callback. Very cool. Callback forward. Prisoner was a callback to this, obviously, but that's what I mean. Yeah. It's building. It got quiet so that I could build. Was there a scream in that? I heard obviously the strong downbeat of that metalcore, but it sounded like there was a scream that kicked that off too. Like we're getting more aggressive into that build up here. I could see that being either. I think it'd be really cool if there was a scream mixed in there, but I could see that just being the guitar. Anyways, I like it. Oh yeah, no, that was a vocal line because she just I think it's saying "run to them." That's because it's "run to them" separated out in the lyrics here. So I think that "run" was yelled a little bit there, maybe a little scream there. It's like whisper scream. Yeah, at least they had a little bit of bite onto it with that heavy guitar chord. It sounded like it was like "run," just like immediately punched out there. But I don't know. I could be wrong. So you have all these chords and riffs going on from these guitars. It sounds like the bass and the electric's doing two different kind of riffs, but very similar. Just very chunky, dun 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 pulsing chords. And you just have this very open airiness to everything, and have just beautiful belting notes, but then also there's some heaviness not only from the guitars, but I feel like there's some extra voices in there that she's harmonizing with. I think she's layered in there at least 2 or 3 times. But it's hard to hear her in the mix of all the sound. But I feel like she has extra voices in there. I'm pretty sure she is harmonizing in there. Again, I love when she blends her singing and screaming together. It sounds so good, especially the tone and timbre of her scream mixes so well with the tone of her singing voice. Like it has this nice airy higher pitched scream to it, and that mixes so well with her beautiful passionate belting. Like, yeah, it's a great combination. That fucking pedal, man. She's going fucking crazy with that fucking kick pedal. A nice epic scream out of the last line to leave it all behind. I don't recognize her. Is that? It's, I think Jesse has lighter colored eyes. Is that Jesse without the pink hair? Or is this a Flash chapter 1 potentially? Putting it out there. Maybe all this crazy, potentially suicidal, bashing the head, bleeding, all the blood and everything, and the pill stuff is all leading to this moment in chapter 1 or something. I don't know. Maybe it was all in her head, or maybe that's what she survived after she tried to take herself out or whatnot. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not catching it. If you know it, let me know, because I'm not catching it. It kinda looks like her. Is there a close up of her? I don't. It doesn't have the same jaw. It's hard to tell from the side, but yeah, it looks like these are more her. Jesse's cheeks are more defined. I think the jawline's a little bit different. I think it comes down more down to here. It doesn't look like the same nose, but it's hard to tell from this angle. Who is that? Is that supposed to be? Is that Jesse? I just can't recognize her. What's going on here? Yeah, no. Unless she's just wearing contacts and is not in that moment. Her eyes are way greener. Is that blue? way more intense of a color than that. So I don't know. It could just been lighting or something. I don't know. But the hair's pretty shaded too. Whatever. To be continued in chapter 2. I have a feeling it's all going to come together in chapter 1. Very interesting, very exciting there. As soon as chapter 1 drops, whatever that be, I'm getting in it, because this is a really good band. As I think I said before, don't sleep on this band. This band, pretty sick, pretty legit. And honestly, every time I look at that sweatshirt, like, I come on, or at least the shirt. Because I have too many sweatshirts. I already don't wear some of them because I got too many. So that's probably the shirt. But I feel like I need to get that shirt because that's a sick ass shirt. And yeah, now that I see the kind of dragon, like all their pictures, both on Spotify and whatnot, do kind of have like this kind of like Japanese, maybe even Chinese. This kind of look like cherry blossoms a little bit, so that's why I think Japanese and whatnot. Look like they're in like a pagoda or something in Prisoners. Thumbnail art, so that's why I assumed potentially Japanese. But yeah, so now seeing that kind of like a very Asian like dragon on the shirt, it makes sense with the flowers and everything. Pretty cool. All right, well, that's gonna do it for us here today with Oblivion. I know there's like was it Holy Rider, Holy Cannoli, what is it? Holy Wolf, Holy Wolf. Okay, it pops. It auto switches to Holly Wolf, so I was very confused for a second. Holy Wolf. I know that seems to be a famous one, then, though it doesn't have. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Eileen, Eleni. Don't know. It looks like a Chinese dragon, but I don't know. I'm not super familiar with Japanese dragons, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it seems to be a popular one that, but doesn't have their current drummer, and so I don't know if I can get over that. But maybe one day we'll check it out. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I'm seeing her without her pink hair. It kind of looks like her. I just don't know if it's her. But let me know. Anyways, thank you all so very much for joining me here today. As soon as chapter 1 drops, I'm gonna be on that shit. I'm not seeing Prisoner still the newest one. Hey, Jesse did recently they released a cover of her doing "Watch the World Burn" by Falling Reverse, because it's a very popular song right now. So yeah, it's not out yet, but as soon as it drops, I'm getting on that shit. So thank you for joining me here today. Ankor, thank you so much for the music. I appreciate it. I'll see you all next time.